Hello guys, so grenade launchers got a really nice buff this mid-season patch and are now competing with rocket launchers. So I decided to test them in the ogre encounter in Grasp of Avarice, but I would like to show you this clip. In the final boss of Prophecy, Mutiny is going to one phase the boss. Well, one phase is not that hard, but it's going to one plate the boss. One plate the boss. So that's how strong grenade launchers are right now, because they got a massive buff in the ammo reserves. But is Mutiny the best? Because a lot of people are saying it is. So I decided to test them out. So let's start with the tests. The first one we're testing is Dimensional Hypotrochoid. Hopefully I pronounced this right. It's a heavy wave GL. So it's a ad clear GL, honestly. It's not a DPS GL, but well, we have to test it in a fair way. So I'm gonna do the same test for everyone. This heavy GL have Envious Assassin and Vorpal. And with this roll, we couldn't reach the million mark. The second grenade launcher we tested is another wave frame. It's the new Hula Baloo from Guardian Games. My roll has chain reaction, so there's no damage perk in there, so damage is going to be worse, but I decided to show it to you guys. Again, both of these GLs are meant to clear ads, not to damage bosses, so damage wise they are the worst of them all. Now we're gonna test Marsilion-C, and my role has Envious Assassin in Cascade Point. Cascade Point is very niche, so I activated Cascade Point. As you can see, it throws this magazine really fast, but then it goes back to normal, and the ones you are firing, they don't have a damage buff. I would need to kill another enemy to proc Cascade Point. It, like I said, it's very niche, but I wanted to show it to you guys. Now we're gonna test Interference 6. I had this in my vault. It's my only full court grenade launcher. It has spike grenades and auto holding holster. We need to test them far away from the target. That's why we're in this position. So it's a bit harder to hit, but I think most of them are hitting. In again, niche, you need to stay far away. By the way, auto holding holster should be tested with rotation, with swapping, but like I said in the beginning, I'm only testing grenade launcher damage, so no rotations, no swapping, nothing. Okay, so obviously with auto holding holster, it's like they don't have it, but it passed the mark of 1 million, so not bad. Now we're gonna check Regnant. Regnant is a craftable grenade launcher, so we can have enhanced perks on it. My role is spike grenades, Envious Assassin, and explosive light. By the way, I'm not dividing this by the amount of time it took to shoot and stuff like that, because with grenade launchers there's 2 RPMs, so 120 and 150, so they're kind of the same, you know. That's why you'll see that most grenade launchers, even the god rolls between them, they're pretty much the same. You know, it's a matter of archetype, but we'll talk more at the end. Damage wise, 1200, not bad. Remember, there are no debuffs on the boss. The only buff we have is Well of Radiance. Now this one is Typhon GL5. My role, Augmented Drum, so I have one more in the mag, Demolitionist, and Explosive Light. I only reload once with Demo, so fair to all characters, no crazy builds needed, nothing, you know, very very fair, only testing the damage. Of course these ones with grenade builds would do a little bit better, so 1100, you know, kind of the same. Now it's time for a fan favorite. A lot of people have this one. It's a Nightfall reward, Wendigo GL3. My role as spike grenades, auto-holding holster, and explosive flight. Again, with auto-holding holster, it's meant to be played in a rotation, like I would do a couple of fusion shots and then I would swap, or Izanagi and the Wendigo like in the beginning. But to be fair to the grenade launchers, I'm not doing any rotation, okay guys? By the way, my good friend Piloto was testing his own version of his Marsilion-C with field prep and explosive light, and he did 1200, so the same as regnant. Now it's time for Cry Mutiny. The role is demolitionist and vorpal weapon. Even though vorpal weapon is only a 10% increase on our heavy, it's a 10% increase in all the shots, okay? I didn't test with incandescent because I didn't want to put any debuffs in the boss, nothing like that, no ignition, so base Cry Mutiny, okay? And I'm not even reloading with demolitionist, just base, just that. Let's see. And now guys, we're noticing a pattern. The 1200 mark. The good rolls, the good ones are all around the 1200 mark. Now we're gonna test Koraxis Distress. It's a raid weapon. My role is Spike, Invis Assassin, and Surrounded. I tested with Reconstruction instead of Surrounded. Both give us 10 ammo because of Spike. So same thing, doesn't make a difference. This was a little bit tricky to test because enemies were dying or running away. We weren't proccing Surrounded at all times. So this was the best case scenario. The problem is, while I was editing, I noticed I missed one shot, and when I die at the end, I thought I shot all my ammo, but no, there was still one shot left. So there are two missing shots for the perfect run. It still managed to do 1300s. In a perfect run, it could go to 1400s. Now, it's surrounded, does a lot of damage, the most damage, but it depends on the situation. But let's test Cataphract GL3. I don't play PvP, so I do not have this weapon, I don't play trials, but a friend of mine has it with Spike and bait and switch. He does not have Envious Assassin, so you will be allowed to do one dodge to reload the weapon to kinda simulate a bigger magazine. And he's going to use two submachine guns to proc bait and switch, so he do the least amount of damage to be as fair as we can. And look at the guy on the left. We have to watch that every single raid we do, guys, and because of that I think we deserve a like and a subscription, guys. Come on, we deserve that. Now damage wise, almost 1400. What a beast of a weapon. It's very very good. I also decided to test Parasite, and I did two tests with Parasite. One, I just shoot and reload, that's it. And I understand that Parasite is not meant to be played like this. Parasite is mainly when you want to just do a big damage number in one shot. It's very good against champions and stuff like that. You know that one shot will do a ton of damage. It's like a golden gun with Celestial Nighthawk in one shot. And damage wise, again around the 1200 mark, almost 1200. Then it's the only one I did a small rotation, so a slower firing, fusion and auto holding. No weapon surges, just auto holding, and that's it. Here I messed up a little bit, but kind of the same. I would get one more shot, but this would be a rotation for parasite, even though it's not really meant for stuff like this. And damage wise will be a little bit better past the 1200 mark, but I still prefer Koraxis Distressed with Surrounded. So that's it, guys, that's the test. In my opinion, if you have Koraxis Distressed and you are in a situation where you are surrounded, go with Surrounded. If you have the Trials GL with bait and switch, go with that. You don't need to worry about being surrounded, and because of bait and switch you can actually do some nice rotations. If you're not surrounded, or if you're like me, you don't play PvP, you don't have the bait and switch role, honestly all the other ones are kind of the same. As we could see, they're all around the 1200 mark. Personally, myself, I think I'm gonna be playing a lot with Cry Mutiny because it's fun. It's a fun weapon. Lots of reserves, Vorpal in every shot. I don't need to worry about orbs for explosive. I don't need to worry about anything. It's the ease of use that makes things nice in Destiny. So, well, that was my opinion, guys. Please let me know in the comments what you think. Which ones are you going to use? And if this surprised you in any way, guys. Thank you a lot for the support. I would love to reach 1,000 subs. So consider that. Consider leaving a like, a nice comment, just say something nice, and a subscription. And that's all. See you guys. Thank you a lot. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.